National 5 Maths Practice Paper I, question 5. Now, first of all, we've got to find the coordinates of G and Q. But if you read the information, it tells us it's a cube with side of units each of 2. So this length here has to be 2, this length here has to be 2, and vertically it would have to be 2 as well. Now, let's see if we can find the coordinates of G first of all. Now, if this measurement here is 2, so is this one. And if that's 2, then so is this one, so that's 2 as well. So that's 2 and that's 2. So in the x direction, to get from the origin to G, we're not going anything at all in the x direction. So that's going to be 0. We're going 2 in the y direction. And we're going vertically 2 in the z direction. So 0, 2, 2. Now for the second coordinate, for coordinate Q, it's not one of the vertices. It tells us, though, Q is the midpoint of the face CBFG. So CBFG is this face at the back here. So if it's the midpoint, it's going to be halfway along in each direction. So in the x direction, we're only going halfway along this side. So in the x direction, it's going to be 1. Now it's on the back face there, so we have gone all the way to the back there. So that's going 2 in the y direction. And then we're only going halfway up in the z direction, so it's half of 2, which is just 1. So it's 1, 2, 1 for that coordinate. Now for the next question, we've got an indices one, and it's to express this in the simplest form. Now it's a wee bit blurry there, but it's y to the 8 times y cubed, and that's to the power of negative 2. So we can deal with this part here first. That's where you multiply the powers together. So to tidy it up, we'll just leave y to the 8 as it is just now, and 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, so it's y to the 8 times y to the negative 6. Now at this point, this is where you add the powers together. So 8 plus negative 6 is just 8 take away 6, so it's 2, so it's just y squared. Number 7, we have a straight line. Find the gradient of the line. Now that line is not in the form y equals mx plus c, so we can rearrange it to make it easier to find the gradient. So I'm going to make y the subject. So it's 2y, it's negative x plus 6. So I've subtracted x from both sides. Now, I still don't have y as a subject, I've got 2y, so I need to divide both sides by 2. So you can either write it as negative x plus 6 all divided by 2, but then some people will still struggle to find the gradient from that. So what you can actually do is individually divide each of these by 2. So I'd be more inclined to say negative x over 2, that just means a half of x, plus 6 over 2 is 3. So it's the coefficient of x which gives us the gradient. So that's just the same as saying negative a half of x. So therefore your gradient has to be negative a half. So gradient m is what stands for gradient, so m equals negative a half. In B, write down the coordinates of the point where this line crosses the y-axis. Well, at this point, we've got y equals negative x over 2 plus 3 when we've rearranged it all here. The negative a half gave you the gradient, but this number on the end here gives us the y-intercept, so it's going to be 0, 3. Now if you just write 3, you're not going to get the answer correct because it is a coordinate it's looking for, so you must put 0, 3, not just 3.